And we're back. We're back, boys.
And we're back.
We're back.
Where have you guys been?
It's been
I've
a
been
busy
looking all over
summer.
for you.
Yeah. Welcome back to the Flannel Panel, everyone. It's been a minute, and we're here.
Here, right now.
Short-staffed for now, but the boys are slowly filtering back in. Ty's prepping for a big 8 times up fishing trip, I believe.
I think so.
Yeah, and Corey's been busy this summer, so we'll get them back on soon. But how are you guys doing?
Good.
Doing well.
Yeah?
I'm just excited to be back. I haven't had anybody to talk to.
That was the most melancholy, good, and I'm doing well there could be for how excited we are right now.
I'll tell you, for a last-minute show, which is probably...
Boom!
Now it's a show.
I was probably playing the show for Natalie because I know is watching, but I don't care because I get to see y'all's faces, and that's just fine with me.
Look at that back wall, Corey.
Yeah.
Oh, isn't it beautiful?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my.
Makes me want to stand up and...
Some decanters and fun up here.
I love it.
Yeah.
Roadhouse.
I did not put a flannel shirt on, so...
That's okay.
It's 100 degrees up until today, so they're all...
I feel for all of y'all. We're supposed to be in the desert, and we're at 75 degrees and lightly breezy. It's been absolutely beautiful.
I don't envy Clint lately.
No.
Who's here saying hello, gentlemen? Oh,
hello, Clint.
No, we were talking to Clint last night. I don't know. He may be interested in hopping on.
We might need to send. We should send him the link just so can get like a welfare check. He might be on fire somewhere in the backyard.
Welcome back,
during
fellas.
Our fantasy draft last night, we had said something to him. So.
For the football.
For the football.
For the football.
Hey, James. I just saw his name. I want to give him a quick shout out. Thank you for being our supporter, but also he is a new entrepreneur.
Oh,
yeah.
He has built himself a badass snow cone shack, which in this kind of heat was almost like first aid. And he's been slinging snow cones all summer, and it's a beautiful rig. And the most important part is they had the forethought to add air conditioning to the building. So or to the trailer.
Yeah. Smart.
So he's been
it's like
slinging it.
It's
mobile. Called Brain Freeze Tropical Snow. So if by chance you pass through Oklahoma, go grab yourself a snow cone.
Might be worth a trip.
Yeah. Slinging snow cones. They should have a rhyme with that too.
Is that a Discovery Channel show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. Tonight on Slinging Snow Cones. That's a thing, right?
Perfect.
I can't wait to get down there and abuse that shack.
Whoa.
See, there we are. Starting
by abuse, I mean sneaking in there and making myself a bourbon snow cone.
Okay.
I'm going to try it. Obviously,
I'm sure that's
he
what
can't make them for.
I was going to ask about that. I didn't know if the
but I'm going to give it a damn try.
Melt the ice.
Yeah. I was curious. James, that's a challenge. Go sneak out in your shack and make a bourbon snow cone and tell us how it goes.
Yeah.
So Corey, I've been waiting about 4 months to drink this. I've been waiting for you. This is a sample bottle that Conway had sent. He sent me several samples earlier this year, and I've been saving this one. This is the Ride the Lightning sample. So
I have that. I could drink it with you.
That's what I was hoping
do too.
For that. Oh,
I do not.
I'll go find it. Please hold.
But I did notice Andrew West in the chat.
Hey.
And what I'm drinking tonight is a bottle that he sent to me. Will it for your rye?
Those are good.
Yeah. I'm doing a flight actually. I didn't start with that one. I started with the New Riff single barrel Maverick.
I've heard of that.
Yeah. It's a solid one.
So I'll talk about it later, but Nat went to the Bourbon Women's Symposium.
Yes.
And she brought back some amazing stash. But in that stash, I thought the coolest thing is I'd never seen it. Of course, we don't get New Riff that much here anyway. She brought a whole bunch of little New Riff mini bottles. The coolest little things. I wish I would have brought one down with me. They're just little, the same gradient, black, and they're really cool. But I'm impressed by small things. I guess.
Smells good. Funny thing about that Willet, Ian, is we never used to see them, and then last couple trips to Kentucky, they were in the liquor stores. So I bought a couple, but now they're starting to make their way into Ohio. They seem like they're getting to be kind of a well-stocked thing in this part. Yeah.
This was a nice surprise. Andrew just sent me a package, and this was in it. And I know he had it for a little while, and we can't get it up here. So yeah.
So Corey, I say, Conway sent this, but I don't know much about it, so I'll let you.
Andrew West throwing a little shade. I did mean to send you Ride the Lightning because I think he has it. I hope you're pouring it tonight if you can, Andrew, with the boys. He says I'm almost Casey slow, and
Savage.
Oh, he's been waiting a couple years.
Shots fired.
Yeah, Andrew, Casey, Conway, and Michael Williams. I think we're gonna do a similar bar night at home group, but their samples never made it, or some samples never made it, and it was a flop before it started, I think. But
kind of like the USFL.
Yeah.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers. Ooh.
What are you drinking, Jason?
Funny you mentioned Michael Williams. I'm still sipping on this. He gave me this bottle. It's a Nashville Barrel Company. And I think it's fitting. It says Nashville is family. So he's been sending that. He sent it, and it's really tasty, and it kind of fits the bill. And it's the closest one to my monitor. So
Nice.
I'm just glad that Troy remembered to drink a drink that was sent to him by Conway left-handed. That way he didn't get hit with the
Oh,
I usually have my microphone in my way here, so it makes it hard to drink.
you're absolutely right. I'm being blocked by my drink.
we should do that. We should do a Buffalo night.
Oh, fuck. I got hit with it a couple times when I was in Dallas.
I'm sure you did. Speaking of
boy.
Dallas,
We definitely, yeah.
how was that?
It was 2 nights of Metallica. It was fantastic. So it was cool to go see that. It was cool to go with Conway, who's a good brother, and then we both took our sons to go, which was pretty sweet. So that was it was just really cool, man. It was cool, and they played 2 nights at Cowboy Stadium, so it was 100,000 people each night.
Wow.
Wow.
So it was like a sold-out football game, basically, but then also people on the field. Is the best way to put it, because they played in the center. The stage was in the middle. So it was crazy. And they played different set lists each night. So there were no repeated songs. And then there were different opening bands each night. So on Friday night, it was Wolfgang Van Halen, Eddie Van Halen's son.
Yeah.
And his band, Mammoth, and Pantera-ish.
I was going to say Pantera, Jason.
What we call it. So, it was fine. And then on so that was Friday night. And then the Sunday night show was Five Finger Death Punch and some other band whose name I don't know. Somebody would tell me, I'm sure, and I get it wrong, but it's like, I don't know, like Ice something Kills, whatever, Ice 9 Kills, or I don't know. It was weird. But they were like basically a modern version of like Alice Cooper.
Okay.
Right? Like they did like electrocuted a guy and shit like that, right? So it's fine. But when you're the first band on and it's still like daylight outside because the roof of Cowboy Stadium wasn't open, but it's also not completely like you get like light comes through it, right? And light was coming in on both ends. So they're trying to be spooky and it's still like daytime out. It just loses some of the kick-assness when you're like, yeah, we're trying to be
spooky afternoon picnic.
Also spooky afternoon time. So it's like, I'm going to go find it. I think I managed to avoid getting Buffalo like right away because I was super aware of it. But yeah, like the first drink, the first night of Metallica, I sit down and Conway comes back and it's 2 double makers and water, right, from the bar, which was perfect. And then bing, I get hit with it. He was like, what's that animal that the Indians used to live off of? And I'm just like, God damn it. So clank and go back and have to go get another one. I was like, damn it. So he cheated. He put his beer in the coaster of the chair that would have been my left hand. So I couldn't put my drink in the correct coaster. And he's like, I did it on purpose. I'm like, of course you did. You're a savage. It was
That's
well
awesome.
played.
Diabolical.
Well, I mean, I tried that at a restaurant. He'd get up and we'd move his glasses
Which
around
is
and stuff,
Wicks, yeah.
and he would never.
He's a
He's
pro.
like, nice try.
He's a pro.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
The Grease is here
So
from
when you
Metallica.
bought those tickets, was it like a package? Did you get the same seat both nights?
Yeah, it was just a 2-night pass, so we just went both nights. It was great. It was great. It was an incredible show. It was amazing. I had a great time. Conley had a great time. Both the boys thought it was cool as ever. So it was real good.
And your T-shirt matches your new Dixon flannel coming in.
I did buy the new Dixon because I'm a sucker, and they have the algorithm knows everything I want to purchase. So yeah,
I swear they do, because I held off on that one because I knew you were going to get it. Then the next one, there was a cool red and blue one that I really liked, but I didn't get it. Then they upped the stage and they had the new cancer, the new resilience for, and that was really cool. And I held off. And then they just made this one that's my 3 favorite colors. It's the copper rivet, or I think it's a Levi collaboration, and it's light blue, dark blue, and copper.
cool.
And so, sorry, Nat, I'm
So it's on the
telling
way?
you this right now. I did buy one.
It'll be fine.
She's probably not watching.
No,
It's research for the show.
Exactly.
you should be able to write
Yeah.
off. We can write off any taxes.
I mean, unless we want to change the show name.
Oh, yeah.
There you
Yeah.
go. The flannel algorithm.
Also, Grease throwing out facts here. Tees in a bow tie would slay the ladies, he says.
Yeah, you think
You're
he's
not
this
wrong.
kid?
I feel like there's a story there, Troy.
I don't know what it is. I'm just glad to see Grease here. He's usually not allowed out on a school night. So.
That's true.
Accurate.
That's true.
But at your height, Troy, you might have to worry about eye injuries.
Newman.
It's no good.
It's been a minute, boys. It's been a minute. Is that the horn?
It is.
Oh, that a boy.
I'm celebrating in the regalia and the horn. It's football
that.
week 1. Go Vikings.
Easier horn to drink a beverage.
Yeah. Troy's got the horn in the background.
Yeah, I've got her
I
back here.
Still
There
don't know
you
how to
go.
set it up. So
This is a lot of liquor.
it
It
is.
is.
Oh, yeah.
That-
It is.
don't get buffaloed with that.
No. We did shotgun beers out of it last
absolutely.
last time I went fishing.
Nice.
That was fun.
When we went to Ty's, we went to the wine country there in Palisade. He met us there. And they also have a meadery. So we bought a couple bottles of mead, and I may or may not have shotgunned some mead out of that thing and
Hell yeah, you did.
toasted me up a little bit.
So it's meadery with a D. You're not saying meadery with
Meadery, yeah, mead.
a T. You're at a butcher shop.
Like where they make beef jerky, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the jerky from Southern Whiskey Society?
JT.
Grease. Grease knows this. It was from that jerky
Yeah, it
store.
was at Carnivore.
Oh,
It
the
was
Carnival.
biltong.
Biltong is that, man. I
Yeah.
want.
That's
that
like air dried, long cured, like the whole thing. That was crazy.
Yeah, I missed that.
Southern Whiskey Society's happening again now. It looks like they had a massive success. So maybe next year, reunion time at the Airbnb.
There was some FOMO happening for that.
Yes,
I was
very much so.
reminiscing back to 2019 or whatever that was with Southern Whiskey Society. The 3 of us shacking up.
That was a pretty good.
Shacking up sounds terrible, but
Yeah, it does.
kind of. Yeah.
Well, you had Natalie with you, so it was. legit.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I'll make room for Troy. I'll just get a little bit bigger one, and we'll make an extra room for Troy. It'll be awesome.
Yeah, I don't
Well,
take much
everybody.
much.
We'll just get a 15-room one. We'll hook it up.
Yeah.
We'll find it.
All I need is like a futon.
It
We'll
looked
just
pretty
use
awesome.
Grease's backyard and just set up some tents. No,
Pitching. Never
I-
mind.
Nope.
I'm too old to tent
Yeah.
sleep anymore.
So, Ian, seeing your poster behind you there, that Whiskey Weekend poster,
Yep.
I've lost that poster. I've been looking for it for years. I've got batch 3 and 4 framed and hung behind my bar, and I haven't been able to find batch 2. I've been looking for years I've asked Will and Grease if they had any extra, and I just
I
can't.
may have an extra. I'll look for it.
Well, the good news is it has a happy ending. We had our furnace. We had a water leak back here in our storage room, so we had to clean out that room, and there was a box full of empty bottles, and the tube with that poster was in that box. So I just found it like yesterday.
Oh, nice.
So I
Nice.
can now complete the set and finally hang that up.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
I love that. That was the weekend I met Troy. That was
That's
fun.
where it all happened.
Yeah, that was fun.
I would have loved to have been a mouse in the back seat on the ride home.
Oh, I didn't say 3 words the whole way home.
It was a little quiet.
Yeah, it was loaded up.
Yeah, Troy hit it hard the night before.
Both the old, yeah.
Yeah,
Tired.
he made an impression, that's for
I
sure.
was trying to, yeah.
The muffler's dragging with all the whiskey you got.
You got to give the people what they want. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
That's right.
Yeah, you did well coming out of there. Jason bought so much and only had so many slots to bring home, and Troy's like, "What do you want me to do with all this stuff?"
I'm not
Yeah, I had the overflow. One of them was like a Elijah Craig barrel proof, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, it
There
was
some
the
good stuff in there.
A121, I think. Is that what it was?
Yeah, if I still have it.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm an impulse buyer and I'm not very good of a planner, so you do what you do. And I didn't know what to do with it, and I heard you all saying goodbye, and I'm like, that's the ice. So I just threw it all in a bag and ran it downstairs, and
That was fun. Not saying at symposium, I told Liz Henry the story about Joe saying, "Are we going to do this or what?" And that's
gosh.
Joe Henry. That's his son. That was at
yeah.
that whiskey weekend. That was fun.
So if you know, you know.
Yeah, that was fun.
Speaking of symposium, Nat, I tried to get her to come down here and defend herself, but she had, from the third party, she had quite the week.
I'm sure.
Started out, her and Liz Henry were palling around. They went to this dive bar in Chicago, and I don't know what the deal is. She hasn't explained it yet, but she left with a different shirt that she went in with.
It happens.
Okay.
Not her first time to the bar, I tell you
And
that.
I do have a picture of her being mildly aggressive after drinking the Turbo Lover shot, so she sent me these pictures
Turbo
of them at the
Lover
bar. It
shot.
looked awesome. And I just saw in the background, it was a metal themed bar. And they had this home of the Turbo Lover. And I love Judas Priest. So I said, get the Turbo Lover. I love Judas Priest. Just like that. And so she did, like the boss that she is. Come to find out, the Turbo Lover is Malort and Jägermeister.
Oh.
And
Ooh.
Did she drink it?
and she killed it. I mean,
Why did they
without
call
even
it
flinching.
Turbo Lover? Because baby diarrhea was taken as
It
a name
must
for a
be.
shot? Because what the fuck? That is gross.
Yeah, and that was in Louisville, and that was saying.
That was in Louisville. Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
not
a little dive bar in Louisville.
awesome.
Malort is the devil. Like, it's
Is it?
just disgusting.
I think it's just made to be stupid. You know, like no one
Yeah.
likes it. We just make it so you can make somebody drink it.
Right.
I think it's more entertaining for the bar that serves it than the
I
people who
think
drink
so. That's like,
Yeah.
I think that's what they put on batteries to make babies not eat them. Like, that's what it is. Like, ugh, gross. It's like someone drank Goldschlager and was like, you know what? Not gross enough. Let's come up with something that's worse.
That's true.
Ugh.
The junkies do that Malort shot or something as a punishment.
Oh,
don't
they
they?
have,
For
yeah.
that? Yeah.
Yeah, the only ever encounter with Malort was that it was so if you miss deal, play, and pitch, you have to take a shot, and it's of the choosing of the other people at the table, so it's always punishment. So it's always some terrible garbage. For a while, it was Fireball, and then people will like miss deal on purpose. So that turned into not anything. So it had to be gross. So it ran as Malort. And let me tell you, we got real good at dealing pitch, even when we had a lot to drink because nobody wanted to drink
Sure.
this.
I hate to steer this to an actual topic, but speaking of Fireball, what's your all's opinion on this whole new renaissance of they just had that aged Fireball that just came out, and I just saw another ad today about another premium Fireball bottle. I don't remember the name of it.
Garbage. That's like
It's like
$200
why?
pair of Crocs. Like, can you buy it? Yes. Do you need it? No.
And do you really think you're getting an elevated product just
No.
because sugar water's been aged an extra few years or months or weeks? Who knows? I don't know.
No.
The firewater is dangerous. I had never tried it until recently, and it does go down pretty easy, but you pay for it the next day. Really, I couldn't understand why I was so hungover. It'll make
It's all sugar. There's a crap load of sugar in it.
It is good on the golf course.
Mhm.
On the boat when it's cold, but
Yeah,
it's not good the next day.
fair enough.
Not worth it.
It's very dangerous drinking hard. Well, I mean, Fireball's not hard whiskey or liquor, but like drinking whiskey on a golf course. Because one time I was on a golf scramble, I was just drinking whiskey. And the time you realize you're too drunk, it's too late to do anything about it. So, like, it's the ninth hole, and I'm not going to be any more help today, kind of thing.
The Ohio boys, though, they do go hard early.
Yeah, we don't want to miss anything.
Yeah,
Usually we miss stuff at the end of the night, but yeah.
you rally hard too, because that whiskey weekend batch 4 that I was at stayed with you guys. Dave sure put a number on some of those bottles early, and then you guys shut down the cigar bar at the end of the night. So
yeah, we wanted to see it all. You don't want to wake up the next morning and hear about the stuff you missed. We want to be there for everything.
Troy's
We were
standing on top of a case of wild turkey going, I can show you the
we were coming back to the room one night, and we got on the elevator, that glass elevator between the two buildings, and one of those fraternity members who were having the convention in the hotel was in the elevator with us, and we had bottles, and he had a bottle of Hennessy, and Dave give him a pour Hennessy on the elevator. So
hell yeah.
All that bourbon, he slipped in a little bit of that.
are you guys Hennessy fans or cognac fans or any of that stuff?
I don't know anything about it.
I don't know anything about it. No.
Yeah. I have a really old bottle of Hine Antique something or other. It's supposed to be pretty valuable. It's gross. I'm not a fan at all. Yeah. Very fruity.
I think something Grease would drink. He's always into that aged Armagnac.
Yeah. I didn't like that one at all, but yeah, not my jam.
Yeah.
Well, what did you guys get up to in the summer? Corey went to Metallica.
Uh-huh.
That was a big trip for
moved
you.
out of the house. Other than that, no big deal.
I mean, just another day.
Yeah.
He's got a lot going on.
Fine.
Yeah, that was a heck of a run you had going.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah, it was
A couple more concerts in there too, wasn't there?
I went to Luke Combs, and I just went to go see Zach Bryan.
Is it just the tip time?
Listen, it's going to be a reversal of the previous just the tip because I just bought Zach Bryan tickets for next year. So he put next year's tour
on Ticketmaster.
On Ticketmaster.
Yeah, and let me tell you, the homies do not all hate fucking Ticketmaster now. So yeah, my 2 Zach Bryan tickets to go see him in Omaha cost as much as 4 Zach Bryan tickets cost in Kansas City last time. So
yeah.
And we might have bought some tickets to Kansas City too. Like, it's fine. Concert tickets were purchased today. It'll be fine. It's fine. I'll go see Cody Johnson in November, and we'll go see Ashley McBride, who's my secret country music girlfriend. She just doesn't know it. We go see her next month. So
sweet.
She'll know it when I'm at the show.
Oh, Nat bringing back 4th of July parade.
Oh, that's right.
Man of the year. Some things happened this year, Corey.
Listen, it's been busy. It's fine. It's fine.
That was our big summer trip back to Boomtown, and it did not disappoint.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun, man.
It was so much fun.
Super cool having you all out for the 2nd year in a row. You're like a Boomtown veterans now. You know all the tips and tricks to get around town. So,
and it was great because I love the story. I mean, within minutes after the show, we got to witness a Kansas
for real Kansas
storm. Knocked all the power out. But it's still my favorite. One of my favorite parts of the whole weekend was us sitting, enjoying charcuterie and drinking bourbon in the dark.
Yeah, it was good.
Power out, just
Sounds
enjoying
like
it
a
was
country
great.
song.
In a nice
Yeah,
warm
right?
bath. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just-
Yeah, listen, we're from Kansas. Damn it, we know how to deal with the power outage due to a storm. You just get out fire up a couple lanterns and flashlights and get the bourbon out. We're good. No problem.
Absolutely, it was perfect.
It was actually by the time the weather blew past. If you wanted to do nitty gritty dirt band, that would have been a great time actually to go fishing. If you wanted to watch
Oh yeah,
we would have murdered it. It would have been great. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I'm glad you guys were out. It was cool. So we just got to get Ian and Troy next time.
yes.
So,
Yes, we do.
yeah.
That thing, I liked all the side eye I was getting from in the VIP section, and all the time I was going, "Who is that?" Yeah,
Who the F?
right. Just tell them
We
you were
got
with the
the-
reigning, defending, undisputed citizen of the year, and you're fine.
there you
We,
go.
we got the fanciest of fancy seats. It was perfect.
I did
Yeah.
write in the parade, so they made me the grand marshal of the parade, which sounds like it should be a big deal. I didn't really want to do it, but I did anyway. But I sat on the back seat, the convertible top of like a mid 60s Mustang, right? Which seems like, again, cool, except that there was no signage on the car that said like what the award or the reason was. So
Who's
instead
this?
it was
Just
just
dude
like wife's
waving?
story, like sitting on the back of a convertible waving in the parade.
Well,
So-
they were doing car roulette all the way up to like a half hour before the parade.
Yeah. So it was fine. It was fine. Just like, don't mind me.
That's so you said Luke Combs Fast Car, his rendition of Fast Car,
Yeah,
has
love
been on repeat forever.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
So good.
Perfect.
Yeah, destroys the original. But
Well, and listen, Tracy Chapman is stoked that it's this big a deal. She's made like $500,000
Yeah.
in royalties
for sure.
in the last year,
Yeah,
just because the song trended so heavily again. So
yeah,
here,
yeah. It's a good tune. Troy, what did you get up to?
Well, I mean, I think we talked about it earlier, but I went on a couple fishing trips earlier in the summer. But here lately, we've been doing a lot of Whiskey Wednesdays. Kind of transitioned into Friday nights here lately, so we've been doing a lot of Friday night, kind of like a post high school football tailgate kind of thing here at the house. So
Sweet.
yeah, it's pretty nice. We smoked some cigars. We're getting into cigar smoking a little bit more this summer.
Are you?
Oh yeah,
Me too.
Dustin and Eric and Clinton have gotten me in the little that I don't know. Dustin mentioned that there's a little club there or a cigar subscription called Standard and Twain. So they send you 2 or 3 cigars a month, and they're blind, and you rank them, and then you can. It's all through your phone. You can reveal what they were and stuff. So anyway, I don't know anything about them, but I'm having fun smoking them.
Nice.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I'm just kind of learning. I think we got a little chat going, so I learned more just listening to Clint review them all, and then I try to remember what they like and what they don't like if I ever. So next time I'm in a cigar shop, I can pick out something with a little bit of knowledge, you know.
Heck yeah, that's cool.
That's very cool.
Yeah, I can't. Cigars and I just don't get along. Yeah, never. I love being around people smoking cigars, but I just never got into it. I built pipes. Didn't like pipe tobacco either. Like
Oh.
love the pipes and the smell of the tobacco. Just don't want to
They're
smoke
beautiful too.
it. So, oh yeah, you got one.
Have you tried swapping out the tobacco for
No, I haven't tried that yet.
There
but,
you go.
oh hippie lettuce? Just to see.
I mean, all right, tomorrow.
Yeah, there you go. There we go.
Yeah, no, but I wanted to like cigars, so I bought a bunch, and I went down the rabbit hole. Like up in Canada, it's hard to get cigars, so I shipped them illegally through the states, through the states, and got them up here. And Duty hated me after a while. It was bad news. And then realized I don't want to smoke these, so I had a humidor full of cigars. Probably like a few grand worth of cigars, and I was like, I'm not going to do anything with this. My dad keeps coming over, stealing them all.
There
So,
you go.
I'm
At least
like,
you're going to a good home.
well, I was like, this isn't fair. So I traded him the cigars for a Harley. and then
What?
sold the Harley.
Oh,
So that was my cigar story.
That's cool to have a Harley Davidson's worth of cigars.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's what I would tell everybody.
It was literally a collection. I just buy them and not smoke them. Like,
Nice.
look
Yeah.
at this one. This is cool. And
Yeah.
put it back in the humidor. So yeah, I was the worst cigar smoker ever.
Or the best one.
Was it
was it a little 883 or 1100 or what was it?
It was a Dyna. Yeah, it was
really?
nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dyna convertible, 999 Dyna convertible. Just sold to the guy. So I teach at the college automotive, and the motorcycle program, the coordinator of that just bought it off me. That was his. He got married and went on a honeymoon trip with that bike, or one very similar bike, and has been searching for one since. So I was like, oh, I have one that I haven't ridden in years. Do you want to buy it? And he's like, yes. So it worked
Nice.
out. It worked out for everybody. Those cigars worked out for everybody.
Everybody wins.
Exactly.
And Andrew West says, you sent me a couple. There we go.
The trade cigars for a Harley, sold the Harley is like the one where it's like, well, I took a paper clip and then I traded it.
No
And
kidding.
then I used that money to buy a SUV recently. So that yeah, you're right. It
Oh,
did.
really?
That's
You
moving up. Yeah.
Got some cigars and I traded that for a Harley. And then the Harley I traded for a little bit of cash and a Suburban. And then the Suburban I'm going to trade for a mobile home, and the mobile home I'm going to trade.
I mean,
You're going to get to Lake Cottage here before you know it.
They say before you know it, you're gonna have a condo in Banff in no time.
oh man, that would be the
Oh,
life.
that'd be something.
Yeah. We got to do a flat, like the 10-year reunion in Banff.
Banff would be amazing.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah, Ty went there earlier this year and made me want to go back. Andrew is not far from Banff either. Andrew West
There
is
you go.
Oh,
in the chat, so he could
that'd
jump
be a
into the,
bonus. Yeah.
yeah.
It's not too bad for me either. Just head up I-15 till I run out of America.
Yeah, that it's a
got a ways
hefty
in, but-
drive. It's a little drive for you. Yeah. But it's further for me though. Yeah. But beautiful place.
Hell yeah.
So I did a little trip this summer. We did my in-laws, or my sister-in-law and brother-in-law live in California. They have a place in San Francisco, and then over COVID they renovated a place in Joshua Tree. So they bought it. Now it's an Airbnb. My two daughters watched the renovation during FaceTime because it was COVID. We were at home locked in. They were doing the reno, so they just FaceTime as they were installing toilets and putting sinks in, and they were learning. So they've spent like countless days over the time on FaceTime with these people, watching this renovation. So we had to go, but I teach all year except for the summer. The problem is Joshua Tree in the summer.
1,000 degrees, right?
Yeah, it was the desert in the summer. So we went there and visited Joshua Tree, which is pretty cool. Very cool spot. Don't really care to go back. Everything wants to hurt you. Like even the plants want to scrape you. Like it's a cactus. Like everything is dangerous essentially.
Yeah.
And
Good YouTube
brown.
album.
Yeah, good YouTube album for sure. And then we went to the park, which have these huge boulders, and I got to watch my daughters climb these boulders, and both of them are kind of afraid of heights. Didn't phase them at all in these boulders.
Cool.
It was really cool to watch. So that was a lot of fun. And then on the way to Joshua Tree, we flew into LA and then did Anaheim for Disney. And I watched two girls spend a crap ton of my money in Disneyland for a couple days, but very cool experience to watch them do that. So that was a fun time. But
Yeah, Disney is fun. It's also so expensive.
yeah,
And there's so much time waiting in line. I kind of feel like when I was there with the family, like, you know, the national debt counter that's just like, ching, ching, ching,
oh yes,
cash. That's what I like from the second we walked up. Like, that's what I felt like the whole day. It's like every time it was a chance to like get my debit card out, it was just like $200, $200. It's like it's every time.
oh yeah.
Gosh, yeah.
We did a princess breakfast at the castle that was in an
Amazing.
insane
Yes.
price
Yeah.
to meet 5 princesses that aren't real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
If they were real, it's different. Like if Ariel was Ariel, but she was,
Yeah.
some acting student that is not
It was
Ariel.
great.
Yeah.
Great.
Ariel was busy that day.
It was fun.
Did you go see the Star Wars stuff or no?
We did. So speaking of just taking my debit card, I bought a lightsaber and shipped it home.
Of course you did.
Because if I'm dropping all this cash on everybody else,
Yes.
I'm buying an Obi-Wan
Hell yeah.
lightsaber. So
Hell yeah.
yeah, the Star Wars was cool. I didn't do the Rise of the Resistance, but we did the Smuggler's Run, the where you fly the Falcon.
The Falcon.
Yeah. My brother-in-law's into Star Wars a bit too, so that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So we did that, and then we'll have to go back because my daughters since then have gotten into Star Wars a little bit, which is great for me because
then you can spend a lot more time there.
Exactly. Yeah. So next time, as I left, I said there will never be a next time, and I've since softened because they like Star Wars now. So they know the way to my wallet, apparently.
Yeah.
They always will.
Yeah.
But fun fact about me, I've never been.
Really?
I think I'm the only one in America that hasn't.
Star Wars?
No, yeah. To Star Wars or Disneyland. I've never, as a kid, they went down to California, had the vacation. I was like 8. And I got sick and stayed home with my aunt while everybody else went to Disneyland.
Oh, this is sad.
That's the closest I ever got. And then growing up, the kid's mom, she had a really good friend that worked for the Children's Miracle Network. Say that 5 times fast. And they have that gigantic fundraiser at Disney World. And so she got to flex her muscles every year and take the kids, which is fine by me. It made me. Kids got to it. Yep, there you go. Kids got to see it. I didn't have to, and
I like that game just goes straight for the teabag.
I have. I got you there, Dad.
Yeah.
So, have you always gone to California, or have you been to the Florida?
Me?
Park? Yeah.
I've not been to the Florida park.
I've been to I honeymooned at the Florida park, which was weird. Did you?
Yeah,
it's weird, but that's funny. We did we stayed at Animal Kingdom Lodge and then toured Florida while we were down there. So
sweet.
Yeah.
I'm so old that when we were honeymooning there, that's when the Lion King was being released. So that was the big thing.
Okay.
Parks. Yeah. So, but I mean, the Florida is just like, I've not been to California, and I'm no Disney expert, but it's so big down there. It's like a city. They've got their own little mini highway system going in and out of these parks. And they get, and I've heard that the California one, like you can see it all in a day or two.
It's side by side. There's 2 parks side by side. There's Disneyland, I guess it is.
Yep.
Disney World's in Florida. So Disneyland, which is a small version of Florida's. The castle's half the size. It's not even like Florida's way better for that.
Yeah.
Great
Adventure, California, something like
California Land, incredible.
Yeah.
Like destroyed it. Like I wouldn't even Star Wars was in the Disneyland part, so that's why I'd go back. But otherwise, California Land was incredible. The best part of it all was Cars Land.
Yeah, Disneyland is like the original, original. So like everything else, everywhere else is like the max out version.
Yeah. Cars Land was incredible though. They did like a model of it, and then you do the speed racers or whatever, the Cars Speed Racers ride. That's the one thing that we bought, the Genie thing, so you can get the lightning lanes, and then that one was a lightning lane plus $20 per person. And we're like, okay, we're here. My brother-in-law really wanted to do it, so we jumped on that, and it was a super cool ride. My daughter, though, my oldest loves roller coasters, no problem. My youngest does not like anything to do that she can't control, so she'll sit in like a car and just tour, but the moment it starts going quick, she can't drive it, she hates it. So we're in this Cars Land ride, and it's just this nice tour. You go in Doc's garage and like the the tire spot, and you see all these people, and it's all animated and really cool. A brilliant ride. and then you pull up beside somebody and then you race them. So we pull up beside the person. I'm like, oh no, here we go. And we take off, and it takes off pretty quick. Nothing crazy, but takes off pretty quick. My nurse goes, nope, 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 nope. And like just hides in my sister-in-law. It was hilarious. She's like, the picture, the screen pass picture, or whatever, is like bright. She's like, it hates it, but it was funny. So we tricked her to get on that one. That was probably the highlight.
That's inappropriate.
I'm not sure. Would love to go to Legoland. Legoland was pretty cool. You can make your own thing. Lego person.
Minifig.
Where is Legoland? Is it in Florida?
Both. There's both. Yeah, it's pretty neat. Yeah, that was our big trip. I really wanted to go to a cottage up here on a lake with a kayak and just hide from people, and I went to LA and Anaheim. So
yeah,
I did the complete opposite.
Yep,
but it was good. It was fun for the kids.
Kayak in a lake is a good bros weekend. That is
yeah.
It's not gonna trip the alarm bells for the daughters the way Princess Breakfast.
Oh, they would hate it, but I'd be happy.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
Like, we gave up Princess Breakfast for this. This is some bullshit right here.
Bullshit.
The attitude I'd get off them for that would be severe.
Wait a minute. We had a chance for a Princess Breakfast, and we are in a kayak on a lake with bugs and outdoors. You're like, yeah, this sucks. Yeah. It'll be fine. They'll come around when they're older, buddy.
Oh yeah. They had a blast though. They got spoiled and enjoyed it. I will say they did. My dad gave them some money to spend on a toy each. They both built their own like toy lightsaber, and it's been fun since I bought this one. So we've been having like little battles in the backyard and stuff, and that was cool. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
And now
they're old enough to remember it too. You know what I mean? Like they'll tell stories about going to Disneyland. They won't tell sad stories like Jason, where he was like, "I went to my family went to and then I got sick and I was not allowed to go to Disneyland, and then all my kids went. They left me at home."
My brothers and sisters.
That's not the story they'll have. Their story will be all Princess Breakfast and building lightsabers, so it'll be good.
Yeah. So I have a food question for you guys, and I've never seen these before, but it was a pickle corn dog. Have you seen these things? Dill pickle corn dogs.
Oh, so was there no meat in it?
There's no meat. It's a dill pickle that's breaded and deep fried or whatever.
Well, I've had fried pickles before,
but on a stick.
Well, that's just adding a stick.
Is that it? What is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what the corn. Well, I mean, unless it's like a corn dog batter, which would be thicker than a fried pickle.
I think it was that corn dog batter kind of thing with a pickle inside. And my sister-in-law went nuts over these things.
I don't hate it.
And I was like, whatever. I would try it. I didn't try it, but I think I got the normal corn dog. But since then, I've seen them everywhere. Is this a thing? Do you guys?
I've not heard of them, but
okay.
I'll be the last one to know.
Fried pickles is for sure a thing in the Midwest, though.
Fried pickles, but they're like sliced or like sliced dills, deep fried kind of thing. This is like on a stick.
Now, the best ones are actually the ones that are the spears that are battered and fried.
That's
just a giant version of that.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, that's true. Well,
I'm gonna make them.
I'm gonna make them. Although, if it's one of your female relatives that's eating it, the jokes are.
hence where I was going with this corn dog pickle.
Yeah.
But soggy corn dog. It wasn't. Yeah, I guess you'd have to eat it quick, but yes. Nat says, I agree with the jokes. I'm assuming.
I did make some. Never had them before. I made some pickled red onions the other day. They were pretty good. Have you tried those? I see them on all the food channels.
Explain this to me.
I was smoking some short ribs. So anyway, it's kind of like a little side dish for barbecue, but pretty much you just, like, we got the mandolin out and sliced up a red onion, like paper thin, and just stuffed it into a like mason jar. And then you make like a vinegar and salt and sugar solution. And within a few hours, the onion will like turn from like red to just kind of bleeds it out to like a pink onion, and but it's just kind of like a little. It's kind of like cuts the fat on if you're eating like a brisket or something.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Kind of nice.
Hells yeah. Pickled it.
I have the jar upstairs. I could go get it.
Maybe I'll have to come try it with you.
They're really good on
See?
tacos.
We've been talking about that. You and Corey, we're gonna do a road trip and we'll get everybody over here. And
Yeah, I just need to fly to Toronto and pick up Ian and go.
all you gotta do is hide him in the trunk, get him across the border.
I mean, that's 2 border crossings.
It's fine.
All they got to do is try to figure out how to spell the name of your city, and then I'll be able to put it into my GPS.
He just asked me for my address the other day. I just sent it to you like yesterday.
Fried Oreos, huh?
That's a good question.
That's
What's
funny.
the best
go ahead.
what's the best fried food you've had?
I mean, the go-to answer is cheese. I mean,
Fried cheese.
For
Deep-
sure.
I'm always a
deep
big
fried,
cheese on a
like
stick
deep
kind of guy.
cheese.
Yeah. Like Swiss steak or Swiss cheese on a stick with a little batter on it and
yeah,
put in
No.
some mustard. No.
I
any
mean,
kind of cheese.
eat that, but there's better.
So we had so have you had jalapeno poppers before, like with the cream cheese and jalapeno and the bacon?
Mhm.
Right? That's usually cooked on a grill or smoked. I had a popper that was then battered and deep fried.
Yeah,
So
that'd be
it's
good.
cream cheese inside a jalapeno that was wrapped in bacon that was been on the smoker that they then dunked in the batter and
Oh
fried.
gosh.
Yeah.
It was
This is once in a lifetime because it about killed me.
Okay.
But we had the old Texas State Fair fried Snickers bar.
Okay. You're
They're
getting
very
close.
delicious, but
Too
you
much.
just
Too
feel
much
your arteries
nuts.
clogging.
Too nutty for me.
You don't want these nuts.
These nuts can stay out.
I kind of agree with Natalie. I would go more the elephant ear or funnel
What is
cake.
an elephant ear?
It's kind of like a fried bread, but it's covered in like cinnamon sugar or
So that's a beaver tail up here.
okay,
yeah, of course.
makes sense.
Yeah. Beaver tail up here. I get that. They're delicious.
Yeah.
And funnel cakes, they're okay. I'm okay with funnel cakes. So Jason, I'm on track with you. It's either a deep fried Mars bar,
That would be interesting.
because there's no nuts and it's just all creamy deliciousness. And then
Wait a minute.
deep fried
Your
ice
Mars
cream.
bars don't have nuts in Canada?
No, they're not.
Ours
free.
do.
Are you
Ours
sure?
has almonds.
Really?
Yeah.
Your Mars bars?
Ours Mars bars have almonds in them.
Ours Mars bars.
Ours Mars bars. Hey, I've been drinking. Leave me alone.
Me too. Yeah, Mars bars. I
wonder if-
don't think they do.
Your Mars bar is America's Milky Way because Milky Way's.
That would be close. Yes, it's all nougat.
No, we have an
inside.
actual Mars candy bar that has almonds in it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, or deep fried ice cream.
You're not, yeah.
Yeah, deep fried ice cream. Delicious.
I'm just texting Patty right now. This Friday, we need to deep fry some stuff for the after football crowd.
Done.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Oreos
report back next week.
Just all I need is some sort of sweet batter to dip everything in, throw it in the fry
Mhm.
daddy.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
This Maverick is incredible.
Yes.
Thank you.
So good. What a good whiskey. How was the Ride the Lightning?
It was very good. I
it was
was
great as a rye.
Did you do a
Yeah.
review for Conway?
I did not, except for it was delicious. I don't think Conway even watched. I'm kind of pissed at him right now. Of course, we didn't tell anybody we were going to be on.
Yeah, it was kind of a
Oh, it's kind of casual.
guerrilla show.
That sounds really inappropriate, but that's fine.
Nat's super excited for football.
Oh yeah,
You guys had the draft. How did that go?
We did.
It's good.
Yeah.
I got a D plus or a D on my draft. I was disappointed.
Listen, I don't care. It doesn't matter.
Those they don't. Yeah.
I've got a terrible grade and won the league before and won a league before, and I've also had a really high grade and been terrible before, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I did get to go to so I was a little worried leaving my gig in radio after 25
Oh
years.
yeah.
So that would have been the first K-State home opener in 20 years that I did not have. It wasn't either working or had a ticket to.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. So I ended up with a ticket. So that
Nice.
was
How'd you end? Yeah, I was
How'd
say,
you-
did you?
made it.
How'd you swing at?
Made it. I was like, I have 25 years worth of favors to call in.
Oh,
for
not just
people.
that. I was gonna say you could totally do a George Costanza,
Yeah.
just walk in like you own the place.
I
Like
think I
you said-
might, or most likely, what I would do is I could just roll around the parking lot and pick up. Somebody's always got one, right? Like that's always a thing. You run into some people that are tailgating that are like, we've got a ticket. Nobody has.
I guarantee
roll
you just
into it.
walk
You
through the press door.
Yeah, you can't bum rush somebody's tailgate and ask for like 6 tickets, but somebody's always got one rando one who somebody's wife or whatever or kid or whatever bailed out at the last minute. Yeah, I'll get into the game. It'll be fun. This one happened to be in a suite, so convenient.
Just so happens.
That works.
Jeez.
Little
Nah.
little flex.
Nat got an A- on the draft, and Andrew West says he was in and out of service the whole time, and it was infuriating.
Oh, but
Yeah,
That means that Andrew West will probably win it.
that's true. Could be. Well, fellas, I think it's about that time.
Oh no.
It's time for just the tips.
all right.
Everybody's favorite segment.
I think so.
Yes.
And Jason looks like he doesn't have one.
Oh, so you're gonna go to me first?
No, I wasn't. But
You just
I was-
read
I
the
see how it
room.
is.
yeah, I
I
was
can
gonna.
tell by your
Saying,
face
I haven't
you're
had
on
nothing to
ace.
watch movies and crap, so I'm sure I pull. I have one.
Yeah,
I did.
You
Matt
wanna
and
go
I went
first?
and saw the movie Strays.
what's that?
That's like the one where the pets talk, right? Like the dogs talk.
It's an
Is that the-
R-rated version.
The Rock and Kevin Hart.
No, well, no, this is it's oh, Matt, help. Anchorman.
Oh,
Will Ferrell. Yeah, Will Ferrell, and it's just hilarious. Seth Rogen.
Gotcha.
It's an R-rated version full of
Seth Rogen. Didn't you already do that with like
poop
a
jokes
with a
and
food cartoon
sausage
where there
party.
were
Yeah,
wieners and meatballs?
I found Mount Homeward Bound. That's exactly what it was. And
Yeah,
it was hilarious.
Nice.
All sorts of poop. It was funny. Dumb funny, but it was funny.
All right.
Yeah. Seth Rogen did that with it was called Sausage Party.
Yeah.
It was a Seth
Yeah.
Rogen movie. Yeah, same thing.
Yeah, this one was just
So
Yeah.
Strays.
Strays. Yeah, I'm sure it'll hit videos soon. So if you see it on Netflix in the next few weeks,
All right.
put your kids
was
to
it
bed
good?
and watch it because it's definitely
Troy.
there's a lot of Great Dane jokes, if you know what I mean.
Gotcha.
Jeez.
Gotcha.
Yeah, well, sticking with what is it in the movie, a TV show? I don't know if you guys back in the day years ago watched Justified. I used to love that show.
The
I
Justin
didn't.
Timberlake record.
I'm sorry, what?
It's a Justin Timberlake record, right?
No, no.
Well, I'm bringing sexy back.
I don't know if I think it was on FX. It was a TV show had Timothy Olyphant in it, where he's a U.S. Marshal in Kentucky.
It's a good
and
show. It's a good show.
I swear to God, that guy shot somebody every week. I don't know how he kept his badge, but anyway, it's been off for the last 3 or 4 years. But they just did a new year. It's called Justified City Primeval, and it's like Raylan's now our age or he's my age, and he catches a case and he has to go to Detroit. So it's kind of a. I just got done watching it. It's on Hulu now. But I think it's definitely worth watching it. And just I don't want to do a spoiler alert, but he still got it.
He's still
He
got
doesn't-
it.
He doesn't shoot. He doesn't shoot everybody, but he shoots enough people to keep me interested. Yeah,
All right.
And it's in Detroit, so nobody will notice.
yeah. In Detroit, they don't really care. I think you can shoot up to 3 people daily, and no one minds.
All right.
Well, apparently, not all of Zach Bryan's homies hate Ticketmaster. Some of them, especially him, really like it because I said the new concert is expensive. But his new record is also awesome, which is just called Zach Bryan. It's fantastic. But I also made a run. The new Turnpike Troubadours record is freaking amazing. I mean, just amazing. So I was super into that. Here of late, and it just showed up. not that long ago. It's called like A Cat in the Rain or something like that. So that's really good. So I mean, there's just a boatload of new music out. But I think the most important, just a tip after this summer, like a huge summer of like wildlife change and job change and everything else, is like 47 when life gets reset. Like you'll never be any younger than you are today, and there's really no time better than your time. So just don't do stuff that doesn't enrich your life or the life of your friends and family. So we spend a lot of time suffering fools and idiots. You just need to cut all those bastards out and just focus on your friends and the family members that give back, because that's all that matters in the end anyway, man. We could all be done tomorrow. So cheers to that. There's your tip.
Preach.
I got a drink.
Whatever you want to say. Yeah, that's good.
Way to bring it home. That was perfect.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Follow that, Ian.
No.
Ian's on the good friends list. He's good.
So Corey's got the 8 times up hat on.
Yeah.
And I love this one.
Yeah.
And this is just the tip. I'm not sure if it's still around. But this is the thin blue hooks. Is that what they call it?
Yes.
And it's to support is it local
first responders?
Yeah, in Ty's area, I believe, with him and his buddy Chris from 8 times up. And it's the dark camo, which I love, and it's just awesome. So I love that they're trying to do something for charity for first responders is even better. And it's just a great hat.
And I like the green camo one. This is the better hat, right? Like listen, I'm not slandering the other hat either, but this is slick.
Yes, exactly. So the green camo is good, but
Can I do a little bitty tip?
Whoa.
Because that reminded me. So
there's a wee tip.
Those hats are really cool. I have a friend at work who has her own Instagram page called Basin Bound Outdoors.
Okay.
And her and her wife are amazing trophy hunters.
Cool.
And they have so much great content of them hunting, and she's a budding photographer. And the reason I bring them up is I actually bought them a couple of 8 times up hats. So she said her next big elk, she will wear that hat when she takes the pictures.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh,
so kind of back and forth. She's a great person, Brooke. She might even watch this. She watches it on Night Shift. So Brooke, you got it.
Nice.
That's great.
Where's the Basin Bound merch, Brooke?
Yeah.
We've been pushing for it.
Make it happen.
Yeah. That's awesome. Well, yeah, I hope to see that picture. A nice elk with an 8 times up hat. That'd be killer.
Yeah, she's the one that she
in
has
every way possible.
If we ever make it, she has some amazing pictures from last year. This is my dream fishing trip. The last one I really is up in Idaho somewhere. She knows a place where you can fish for sturgeon.
Okay.
Sturgeon fishing, those freaking 8-foot long behemoths. She's
Dinosaurs.
got some amazing pictures. They go sturgeon fishing, and I think that would be pretty crazy.
Mine will be a Flannel Fest in somewhere in Canada where I smoke cigars and Ian doesn't.
Yeah, I'll smell them.
Yeah.
Well,
our job is to sit around and
enjoy
make sure.
fish, and then we just hang out.
Yeah,
I'm good with it.
Yeah, we can make that happen. I think, are you happening to do the fishing weekend in October?
I'm going for like a week.
Are you?
Ty. Yeah,
That's
it's
a dream fishing trip.
Yeah.
And I don't even care if I throw a line in the water.
I don't care if I catch anything.
Just the people that you guys get to hang out with is pretty impressive. So that's
I'm
awesome.
taking my cold weather gear, and then in my rain gear, and then using someone else's fishing gear. And they were like, "What kind of?" I'm like, "I don't really care. Like, I was probably just dangling off the back of the boat. I don't give a shit. Like, it'll be fine."
That'll be a blast for sure.
Yeah,
well, fellas, it's been a minute.
Yeah.
Yes.
We'll be back on track. We'll be getting out every Wednesday night, 9:30 ish. I say ish because we're usually a couple minutes after the fact. So bear with us.
I'll do better.
Yeah,
I was the latest.
Yeah,
late enough. I didn't even get to ruin Ian's intro, which kind of sucks.
We'll get back to that. Yeah, we'll get back to that. So that was great. Until next week.
Stay buttoned
Stay
up.
buttoned
Stay
up.
buttoned up. I love
God
it.
bless.
See you all. Take care and cheers.